So thanks for joining me today, Andrew. Would you be able to tell me a little bit about your time at college and what you're currently studying?
Fantastic. I'm studying web development through City of Glasgow. Basically, it's a change of career for me. I've been in hospitality and a chef and a manager for years, almost 2 decades, and I needed to change career and find something that was transferable for my skills. City of Glasgow really offered me the opportunity to do that. My main reason for going to the college was to gain confidence in what I was doing. I thought it was something that I could teach myself, and it almost kind of was. But going to college has really expanded my views of the industry, of what's possible and how deep it really goes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So can you tell me why you chose to study specifically at college? So you were saying you were kind of doing a bit of self-learning, but why did you choose college, and maybe why college over a commercial provider or over university?
I suppose I had a look at the different courses. Web development's one of those things where there are hundreds of possibilities and entrances into it through the short courses and the things like you're saying. College for me really stood out in being incredibly current, having the face-to-face learning ability with the lecturers that have industry experience, the networking opportunities, and also learning things that I didn't know existed. So being exposed to areas of the industry that I wasn't able to make myself aware of.
Brilliant. That's great. Thank you. And what has your experience been like so far?
Very, very positive. I'm incredibly happy with the support and the lectures that we've been getting at the college. Without exception, all of my lecturers have gone above and beyond the sort of SQA standard to pass the course. They've all put real industry experience. I'm going to university straight from college, and some of my lecturers have been taking time to teach us how to write essays, how to do referencing, how to do the other work on top of the web development stuff, and also keeping it very, very current. So the use of APIs and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, good. Yeah, rather than just meeting learning outcomes. And what kind of support have you had? So both through the kind of academic side of things, but also more broadly, the sort of support that you've been offered through the college. What's that been like?
It's been, especially in terms of being in lockdown, it's been really, really good. The lecturers have set up platforms for us using Zoom and Discord and email links, encouraging us to communicate with them, but also sending me emails saying, "How are you doing? Let's keep in touch. What's going on?" It's been incredibly good.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good to hear. I'm really glad to hear that, Andrew. And what would you say so far in your kind of college journey has been your proudest moment?
Proudest moment was, I guess it happened faster than I thought it would. I went to college with the idea of wanting to learn how to build a website. Doing the web development course, that kind of made sense in my head. Within the first block of the first year, I'd done that, smashed it, got a live client and published a real world website, which is insane.
Yeah.
I've got, I think my proudest moment was that,
Yeah.
but then learning how involved web development can be.
Yeah.
Through web development, through meeting other developers, I've expanded a group of friends and I've really learned what's possible, which is incredible.
That's great. That's brilliant. Thanks for sharing that. And is there any one particular thing? I mean, maybe it's building websites, I don't know, or is there other things that you've learned at college that you think will be particularly useful, like looking ahead sort of into a career in web development?
Definitely learning the sort of foundations and then how to advance on the knowledge that I've got already. I thought that web development was learning a language and then building a website. It's not. It's problem solving. It's supplying solutions creatively, which is, as an ex-chef, really, really good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And the creative side of it, I think, sometimes overlooked, isn't it? Yeah.
100%. For me, combining it with being a chef in particular, I have a passion for a product. I also have a passion for delivering that product to a person. Web development's exactly that. I come up with a product, a solution, a website or an app, and then I use that to solve a problem. I use that to fill a customer's needs, and I can do that all by myself now, which is great.
That's really cool. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. And can you tell me, so you said you're going to go to university. What are your plans next? Where are you going university wise, and how have you come to that decision? And then what are you thinking after that?
So like I said, I came to college to learn how to build a website, and then discovered that there's a lot more to web development than building the website. While I've been at college, I've learned that working more towards the back end, the problem solving, the coding, the nooks and crannies and the ins and outs of the working machine really grabbed me. So I'm going to UWS to do sort of software and database management and turn this into an honors degree, which I didn't think was going to be possible, and now it is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And what do you think after that? Have you got a sense of, are you want to work for a company, or are you going to work for yourself, or what do you think?
I would like to keep working remotely, but I also have realized that I've just scratched the tip of the iceberg. I've spoken to a few ex-students from the college particularly, and I've also made a few friends in industry. I personally would like to go and work for a company to learn how web development is put into a corporate environment and the solutions that we can come up with to make things better. Things like Twitch. I love computer games, and being involved with Twitch, it's all web development. Being able to get behind that and play with that is just really cool.
Brilliant. No, that's great. Thank you, Andrew. And would you recommend the course to other people who are thinking of studying at City of Glasgow College?
100%. If being creative and analytical at the same time is something that you like, if you enjoy tinkering with computers, the course is amazing. I've always had a passion for IT, but being in hospitality, being a chef, I haven't been able to spend that much time at a computer for the past sort of 10 years. Being kind of out of date, out of touch with computers, this course is perfect for me anyway.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Andrew. So I think that's us. If there's anything else you'd like to add, or advice that you think would be good to give anyone who's thinking about doing the course, then feel free to add that here. But if not, I think you've probably given people a really great insight into kind of your journey and what potentially their journey might be like.
Thank you. Yeah, the only bit of advice I could give you is to speak up, to ask any question. Like you were saying, the support that the college offers is incredible. Speaking to the lecturers in a one-on-one capacity is incredibly helpful. And yeah, just ask.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's really good advice, Andrew, actually. Yeah, ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Usually everyone else in your class is thinking the same, but not wanting to ask it.
100%.
And they're just like, oh, thank goodness you asked that. So yeah, totally. Listen, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of your studies.
My pleasure. Thanks, Steph.